Hello viewers. Sometimes human nature, difference of opinion, and hatred gets to that extent where there is no good or evil. Generally, in this war of evil and good, wins the evil. Whenever humanity loses, human has turned himself into an animal. This brutal character of pure evil instigates a man to do the worst. Today, we are going to talk about personality who has same characteristics. There are some people in this world who still believe in his cause, but majority are those who think that what he has done is pure evil. But before moving forward, please like and subscribe our channel for more quality videos. Viewers, this man was born in an average household, but he was considered to be the most fervent personality of the last century. He did this due to racialism he had. Due to his hatred, he crossed all the limits of injustice. There is a very famous saying of Aristotle where he acknowledges that a human can convince anybody in three ways: ethos, logos, or pathos. Ethos are those who use their authorities regardless what other people think. They believe that whatever they believe is ultimate true. Then the people who use emotions to convince others, they are pathos. They might manipulate others using their emotional values. And those who use logics to justify their opinions, use their own logics to make algorithms of life. They are called logos. In today's episode, we are going to discuss an ethos character, a person who only claimed for his vision. Yes, viewers, we are talking about Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was born on 20 April 1889 in a Catholic Christian family. He was born in Braun in Austria. In his childhood, he also lived in Linz. Linz is third largest Austrian city. Some sources claim that Adolf had quite a hardship in his childhood. His father was Adolf Hitler. His mother Kara was Elvis's third wife. Some sources say that he had 6 siblings, but some resources also stated the opposite. Adolf had a healthy background where he had no problems, but till now things are unclear. Coming back to this topic, Adolf and his father shared a sour relation. He had his share of opinions which his father never agreed on. This major conflict was on his career. He has also discussed it in his book Mein Kampf. According to Adolf, his father wanted him to be a custom officer, but on the contrary, he wanted to be an artist. Some people say that he was a brilliant-minded person, but he never focused on education because he knew he wanted to be an artist. Guys, in 1905, Hitler moved to Vienna. There was famous arts college. He wanted to get in that. He spent his last pennies there to get into that college. He was rejected there twice. His destiny didn't want him to be an artist. Soon he was penniless, so he got into homeless shelters. So viewers, till now we saw his traits of a normal person who urges to dwell in his dreams, but now things started to change. At that time, Vienna was going through great racialism and religious biasness. Vienna's people were openly flaring up against Christian killing. Christian people were applauded. The way Jews used to live, they wanted Christians to follow that. All of these things infuriated Adolf to extent that he started hating Jews. He started to detest Jews. Guys, now comes 1913. Now Adolf started residing in Munich, Germany. In 1914, World War I happened. Adolf enrolled himself into army as Lance Corporal. He always thought that only Germans have the supreme authority over land. They are the ultimate power. Only they can live life in freedom. Hitler always considered Germans as leader. These things were making him more racial. But things change. History makes us think that humans can never change. They can involve their mind technologies, but human nature remains same. Worldly instinct of human. How can they possibly change? So guys, now Germans were defeated. Consequences of defeat were immense. Western countries were putting pressure and sanctions on them. They had financial, economical, and military sanctions on them. They were facing financial crises. All these things made Adolf more helpless. He wanted to do something. Now comes the time where Adolf said goodbye to his military and stepped into politics in 1919. In this very year, he joined German Workers' Party. Being a part of this party, he organized conferences. His major agenda of these conferences was against the Republican. Due to Adolf's extreme views, there was a conflict within the party as well. He tried hard and succeeded in becoming the party head. He wanted his conferences to spread awareness into people against the Republican. He wanted to bring revolution amongst people, in which he got successful. Now comes one more test for Adolf. Due to his anti-Republican views, he got arrested. His crime was to spread conflict between people. He was sentenced for 5 years. He wrote his autobiography in this period. The book was Mein Kampf. Mein Kampf means his struggle. He wrote problems he faced in becoming what he become. This was full of Nazism and racialism. This book was the bestseller of that time. In this book, he wrote extreme views against Jews. According to some resources, Hitler's hatred for Jews was so much that he said he killed 80% Jews at that time and left 20% for the reason that one day world will know why he hated Jews this much. Viewers, Hitler was an extremist he uses to get rid of all those things who differ his opinions. He burnt millions of books and articles because he thought they were anti-German. So many books were removed because they were written by some Jewish author. People accepted him with open heart. He started working on the sanctions that were put up by Western countries on Germany. He thought that the Russia Revolution that was passed was a conspiracy of Jewish lobby. According to him, Jews wanted to rule the Western countries and influencing them badly. Adolf wanted to cleanse his land from Jews. When Hitler spoke about Russian Revolution, people accepted him more. Secondly, he denied the Treaty of Versailles. According to this treaty, Germany was bound to take decision with Western allies' influence. Germany did not have power to have military or financial independence. Adolf never accepted the treaty. A part of treaty said that Germans had to give penalties to his allies in World War I for their loss, and Adolf thought that this pact is for German downfall. In 1932 general elections, Nazi Party got majority votes, but not a single party was selected. Nobody became chancellor at that time. Some sources say that in 1933 President Hindenburg and different party members voted Hitler to be the chancellor. Stoll became the chancellor. After taking his past, he made an enabling act immediately. This act stated that the chancellor had the ultimate power to take all the decision. He did not have to process orders from cabinet. In fact, his orders were supreme. This act he passed made him very powerful. He did not have to consult anybody before doing anything. This changed Germany into dictator state. He then started passing laws against Jews. Adolf made policies which took all rights from Jews. Guys, in 1938, he ignored the peace treaty and attack on Czechoslovakia in 1938. He started going towards Austria. He made Vienna capital of Austria, a part of Germany. Till now, he got what he wanted: the boosted economic conditions of Germany. He organized Olympics in Germany, but used it as a propaganda for Nazism. In his rule, Germany flourished, but Jews had a miserable time. Jews there were tortured, cremated to death. Pure evil came out from Adolf, but only for Jews. Millions of families destroyed due to his hatred. Viewers, the peace treaty with Russia was also violated. In 1939, Hitler attacked Poland. Some people say that this violation of laws was the cause of World War II. While Adolf was killing people in Poland, he never thought that England and France will come in action. But time changes. France and England fought against Germany. In this period, his hatred for Jews aggravated. He started murdering Jews and burns families alive. He made concentration camps to torture Jews regardless they were children, women, or babies. All he wanted was to cleanse his land from them. He made cremation room where he burnt Jews in hundreds and thousands. Viewers, Adolf was fighting his war against his neighboring countries, but then he attacked on Soviet Union. He always opposed the communism happening in Russia, so he attacks them. Adolf wanted to use Soviets' land for his own people. He thought that he might use land for his people, and he knew the oil reserves in Russia will boost German economy. He knew the future was in oil reserves, so he wanted to take over Russia. Guys, this war was considered as the mighty war. Caused by end of it, 8 million people were affected. Adolf wasn't satisfied till now. He also had his eyes on African reserves. In 1941, he battled against Americans in Africa. He faced victory till now, so he opened his attack against America as well. By 1941, he was winning in Europe, but things changed in 1943 after immense, lifeless World War II took a turn. In Soviet Union, Germans surrendered. This was the first defeat for Adolf. Now comes France, where after a lot of struggle, German soldiers were outnumbered by French. At that very moment, Hitler was attacked. This attack was from his own oppositions. Hitler was so frustrated that he took 7,000 people on charge of his attempt to murder. He killed 5,000 of them and released 7,000. It is said that every rise has a fall, so this time was considered to be Hitler's fall. He married Eva Braun in all the happening. He once said that if you win, you don't have to give explanation, but if you fail, you should not be present to give explanation, and guys, he did what he said. He killed himself after the day he got married. Viewers, we get to know that evil has no means, no emotion, it flows through mind. Humans can control mind, so they should be able to control it. But unfortunately, people decide to do evil by their own will. In the end, I would like to emphasize evil is no good, so be true to yourself and nature.